Oh, that's the one he's going to too. So you both are...
Actually, you know what? While they're looking at the doors, I'm actually going to do once around that whole building, and that's what I'm looking for. Looking for blood, evidence of a struggle other than our actual
So you'll roll me perception. What are you doing, Nate?
I want to go check out the windows, see if what the situation outside is.
Right now, everything's boarded up. Like, you
So
guys...
everything's boarded up? Okay.
Yeah, you guys... Like, well, you can peek out, like, you see shit passing by, but, no one's stopping.
Okay.
So what am I rolling right now?
Well, hold on, because I'm still trying to figure out what Nate's doing.
All right.
I want to see if I can find some keys lying around somewhere.
So you might either want to check out the cooler or the other office, if you thought that was the case, or you can check behind the counter.
I'll check behind the counter first.
Okay, so roll me perception. You roll me perception. Coach, roll me perception as well, and you roll me perception. So perception all around.
Already did.
Natural 1, but it's a 19.
Nice.
Mine is 22.
Okay.
5.
13.
Okay. So starting with Nate, you go ahead and behind the counter. You find the box that he did essentially. You find receipt paper. You find the safe for the cash. You find a couple of other little electronics bags, stuff like that. You don't see any keys there. Kate, you go ahead and you fiddle with the office door, and it's a very simple lock you could feel. You don't think that there's anything else. Using one of the credit cards from your wallet or one of the plastic cards from your wallet, you go ahead and actually manage to open the door, no problem.
Okay. What do I see inside the office?
It looks like a manager's office. There's like 2 chairs, a desk with a computer, some filing cabinets.
Is there a stapler or scissors?
There's those.
I'm gonna put both of those in my bag.
Okay. You also see a bunch of drawers in that office as well.
Oh, that's a good question. What are we wearing?
You guys are wearing vacationing clothes, whatever you guys would have been wearing when this outbroke. So.
There's a reason why I'm asking. If we're, we might not necessarily be wearing things with pockets in some instances.
Charcoal gray cargo pants.
What else?
A shirt.
Okay.
Yeah, one
Barefoot.
of those ones with the rich sleeves, like.
I was going to say a tank top, but I like that more.
Yeah.
Are you going barefoot or are you wearing sandals because you're a man's man?
No, I'm wearing combat boots.
Okay.
He went for trailer trash douche. Got it.
I got sandals, shorts, and one of them funky looking palm tree shirts on.
Jesus
Yeah,
God.
and a straw hat.
Right, so Nate went full cringe. Got it. So.
I live in the thing that I drive.
So I'm wearing a swimsuit with a shorts and then the shirt over that's not buttoned currently, and then I have a backpack.
What are you wearing on your feet?
On my feet, we're gonna say flip-flops.
Okay.
I just got here, so I'm still sort of wearing what might be considered my normal clothes.
So jeans, shoes.
No, slacks, suit coat.
Are you carrying a briefcase?
No.
Okay.
I didn't bother changing. I just got here, and then fuck.
Then you had to run. There was no time to change clothes.
So it's basically like button. Basically, it's almost a 3-piece suit minus the tie. Top button undone.
Jesus Christ.
That's just like.
So you have a couple pockets, but not.
I have pockets.
You're Shaun
Okay.
of Dead right now.
Okay.
All right.
So I definitely stand out.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else that I can find, like in the drawers of the desk?
When you look into the drawers of the desk, you find some paperwork and a couple other things. Roll me another perception check.
18.
Okay. So you find like an actual med pack, like a medical kit inside the drawer, so you can put that in there if you want.
Mm-hmm.
And then you don't really find anything else really worth mentioning. Maybe a couple packs of gum and some mints and probably some nicotine patches. In the filing cabinet, you start opening it up because you're like, okay, what's in here? It's one of those big, wide drawers, you know. So you're looking in and you're like, okay, and like paper. And then you kind of notice, like, you know, there's one at the very bottom that just says, you know, well, you notice that there's, you know, in the second drawer, because it's a 3-drawer stack, you know, the second one says, like, you know, like the first one goes A to J, and then the other one's like K to Z. But then on the bottom one it says, you know, file under S. So you go ahead and you open it up, and there's a big box like that, you know, kind of just locked down there.
A huge box.
Yeah.
Is the box locked? 12.
Yes. Before I had a chance, I mean, you rolled. I'm like, okay, well, it looks like that's my answer now. I was gonna say yes, but like, oh look, it's locked now because you rolled low. You screwed yourself. So yes, it's locked. You could try lock picking with your hairpin like John did before.
Don't let it make fun of you for your low rolls. It's okay.
No. Do we still have? Is there more? Sorry, brain fart. Can I put things together to like MacGyver this to like use acid to like eat through the lock or something? Like do a combination?
Oh dear.
Roll me another perception check.
Yeah. Nope. Never mind.
Well, you go. Okay, so
I try and I basically get stuff all over the lock.
you rolled a total of 10.
I think I'm gonna.
You went back to the drawers for a minute. You're like, okay, this guy has this in the bottom drawer. Let me go searching through his shit a little bit. We'll get back to you in a moment. Nate, we'll go with Coach. Coach, you go to the back door, and you're kind of like, you know, you look at this, and it's a kind of a solid door. And you're like, okay. Are you gonna try to
Open it.
You're gonna try to open it?
Yeah.
Actually, to your misdismay, it's actually unlocked. You're like, oh, I don't even get to break it.
All right. This door's open. What's inside?
Are you gonna open
There
it?
is
I do.
a small room in there. Off to the right, there is a set of stairs going down. You don't know where they lead to. Inside are a bunch of like stock shelves, but there's not like normal stock in here. It's not like, you know, food and stuff. It's a bunch of other boxes and shit, but nothing's labeled. But you know there's not food in here.
I'll walk up to one of the boxes and open it up.
Okay, so opening it up, you look inside and it's like, you know, a couple of empty flasks and, you know, like alcoholic flasks and, you know, what looks like magnets and shit in this one.
Oh. Hey, smart guys. There's a lot of stuff in here. You could probably make something out of it.
Well, both of the casters roll me perception.
Wow.
You move here! Hey, smart guys! And like he mumbles something else, you guys can't hear him clearly.
Try using the other rainbow die.
No, I just changed to this one.
Because
Because this was the one I was using.
So, John, with your roll, you go ahead and you start like taking a little closer look at the ground and everything.
Look around the walls. you know,
Everything.
things like
You don't see any blood splatter. You do notice at one point somebody may have been wearing sandals behind the, or flip-flops behind the desk because there's a pair of flip-flops just kind of sitting there on the counter. At one point they definitely must have driven because the set of keys are underneath there, but they're clearly car keys. Nothing, and I say clearly because, you know,
that. The way the key is designed.
the way the key's designed and, you know, automotive signature on it. And a beeper of some sort, just, you know, whatever. And then taking a closer look around, you know, you're seeing like, you know, a shirt strayly jammed into where the food is for any reason. Don't know what
Jammed into where the food is.
Yeah, like, so you'll see like, you know, like one of those shelves where the chips are on, and like just you move the chips a little bit, you kind of notice that there's something just like shirt kind of stuffed back by the shirt, by the chips. And you kind of like walk into the cooler area, you know, where they're keeping the drink storage, and you kind of like, you know, you're able to open it just fine, and you go back there, and you find a set of clothes. Well, I'm sorry, you find 2 backpacks, and there's no body back there, but you can kind of smell that something probably was back here at one point. It's not in here now.
And this event's been going on for a couple of days now, or?
And I'm gonna say that this is about 2 days.
Okay, so this was within the last 2 days.
Well, you just got here, like, how long have you been on the island?
Just before the outbreak.
Okay, so
Like I had enough time to check in, drop my luggage off, and go and
Fuck off somewhere.
Yeah, I wanted to drink. I didn't want to change. I just wanted to drink. I have a very
But you've been on the run since.
yeah. I have a stressful job.
What do you do?
That's for you to find out.
I guess it is.
That's because I chose this class for a reason.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay, James Bond.
no, not that kind. Not that kind.
He's a man of mystery. You know what I'm saying?
I'm the world's most dangerous mechanic.
So.
Ironically, I'm probably more of a mechanic than you are.
That's horrible.
That's bullshit.
So, you guys, but that's essentially what you find. So, looking
So,
around. So,
I'm gonna look in the bags. I'm gonna look for IDs or passports, identifying things. You know, people when they pack things, they tend to be pretty uniform. Like you look at my backpack, you can tell that's one person's stuff. I want to see if this is consistent or if it looks like someone was looting and just stuffing things in there and this was their storage space.
okay, so you also pick up the. Do you also grab the T-shirt from the chips?
I will go back once I check this. I'll go back and check that out and see if there's something inside of it.
Okay. You do see in one of these, there is an ID card. It's definitely from a foreign country. You can't read it except for the name Hans Duschatz. That's about it. Guy kind of looks like he's been smacked in the face with a shovel a few times, but, you know, with the way that his measurements are from what you can read, they're probably, you know, as beefy as dumbass out there. You know, so probably about as beefy and brain dead as Coach. But,
It's like, glad you're not on my list.
then you have, in this bag you find, a couple of other little trinkets that they may have been buying. You find some glasses. That's what you find in one bag. And the other one, however, you do see, you find a couple of little, small electronics. Not a cell phone, but, a couple of small video game systems, handhelds. You do find, like I said, a couple of other little electronic devices, even a camera. You can find a pair of goggles in there.
I'm going to check the camera. I want to see if there's anything on the memory card.
Well, you take a look at this guy was probably a peeping Tom. A lot of half naked and naked women kind of being peeked out from, shower curtains and shit. You don't know if it's the same guy taking the pictures that you found in the other bag, but... And then you find something interesting. You kind of see, at one point he must have been curious because he started taking videos, so you start watching it. Mm-hmm. And you hear, yeah, so I found something really weird. The police, I think is how you say them, were going into the door here, but it's locked, and they just opened it instantly. It's kind of weird. And, oh wait, I hear something coming. And you see that the camera runs, and then he's kind of stuck behind some plants, and, then you can hear gunfire, and you can hear him go what the fuck was that? Holy shit, what's going on? And so you see, all of a sudden, a couple police officers, and, clearly look like zombies from the perspective, and you see oh shit, what are those things? That's oh no, and it just falls over, and then the camera falls over. Then you see him get up and start running and turn off the camera. So might have gotten away at one point, but
obviously not very far.
You don't know where. You don't know if he dropped the bag here and thought he didn't get away or what, but you don't know where he is now.
All right, I'm going to take the bags and I'm going to take them back out. If there's nothing of interest in here, there's no obvious signs of
besides really cold drinks in here, but
yeah, I'm not looking to drink anything at the moment. I'll go back to that shirt, retrieve it.
You pull it out, and you're like, a little bit of weight in here. You roll out, and there's actually a bottle of tequila and a nice sized blade, pocket knife, pocket knife.
Like a blade?
Like a gang butterfly knife, like blades, like that long, you know, and the handle. Yeah.
All right, I'm just like,
Folds it up.
I'm like, whip it out. Okay, that's useful. And I'm going to take the bottle of tequila, and I'm going to wrap it back up in the shirt. We'll stick it in one of the bags. I'm going to go through those bags again. Anything that cannot be used practically, I'm tossing. Although I'll keep, yeah, all the trinkets are gone. But like, I'll keep the ID, I'll keep the camera, because, you know,
What about the other little electronics in there?
the electronics definitely, because they might be
know.
able to scrounge them for parts, and I might make a request to them to make something that goes tick tick boom.
Mm.
I could probably do it, but I mean, why do something when you have somebody else who's better at it? So, and then I will grab bottles of water, some quick food items like beef jerky, things like that. I'm gonna fill both those backpacks with water and jerky and like trail mix and like things that are, you know, high energy, low sugar. You know, because, you know, I have no idea how long we're going to be doing this, but we're going to need to eat at some point, and it's better to eat on the run than it is to try and sit down and cook a fucking meal.
Oh yeah, for sure. So you guys, so you went ahead and checked out one office. Did you want to check out the other, or are you still? Oh no, wait, we're getting back to you because you went to go check through the drawers. Roll me another
Yeah.
perception.
Can I yell out for them? Okay.
Yeah, you can.
I already yelled that for you guys. Wait your turn.
Wait your
So,
fucking
22.
turn.
Okay. Yeah, you go back through the drawers a little more carefully, and you do find a set of small keys. Like, there's literally 5 small keys that
Can I try the keys on the lock? In
You
the
do.
box?
one of them you find out is a one that specifically goes to the slot box. You open it up, and there's a shotgun.
Ooh, I take the shotgun.
Boomstick!
That is a.
Does it have any shells?
Good question. You do check, and yes, it does have shells. It's a 18. It's an 18. I'm sorry, not an 18. It's an 8 blast cartridge. So 18 shell cartridge. So you have 2 extra shells, and you have 8 in the actual.
8 loaded in and 2 spares.
Yeah.
Okay.
So shotgun, 12 gauge shotgun, power 15.
And how many shells did you say total?
You have a total of 10. 8 in chamber. I'm sorry, 8 in gauge, 2 in loose. Yeah.
Okay. So I keep the set of keys with me just in case they open anything else. I stick them in my backpack and kind of looked around. I don't see anything else in here right
No,
now.
not in here. No.
Okay, so
Do you wanna
I
go
would go
back
to the next office, I guess.
Okay. Did you want to do that first, or do you want to go back to where
They are.
Coach was yelling?
Oh, yeah. So I wandered down to Coach to see what he was yelling about since I didn't understand.
Okay. And what about you, Nate? Do you wander back towards Coach since he was yelling for you?
Yeah, I'll go towards his direction.
Okay. What about you?
I'm in the middle of something. This is I don't know what he found, but, you know, right now, priorities.
Okay, so you two head back towards Coach, and you guys see the same thing. So you go around the corner, and you guys see the staircase on your right and a row of boxes on shelves.
There's a lot of miscellaneous crap here, and I feel like you guys are good with miscellaneous crap.
Mind you, yeah, he's only checked one box, but you guys don't know that. But
Like flasks and magnets. You guys could make like an airplane or something to take us right at, right?
Not from Flask and
no.
Magnus. But we can look in the boxes and see what else is in here.
Be my guest.
what would you like to do in the meantime while they're searching boxes?
I'll see. Can I see down the stairs?
You can see down them. You can kind of see close to the bottom, but you're not quite sure if it's the bottom or if it's just the dark playing tricks on you.
Where do you guys suppose this leads?
Death.
Don't go down there yet. We need to. No, just don't.
Got
Help us look through the boxes.
it. Got it.
So each of you roll me perception.
Perception.
Daggone.
Jesus
I hate
Christ.
this one even more. We're going back to this one.
12.
33.
Okay.
How are you more perceptive?
So
than us?
you
More perceptive than I'm strong. Like, it's weird.
strong like bull, also smart as one too.
The brain is also a muscle.
That's true. So,
A big squishy
Kate
muscle.
begins to just take boxes down and just open them up, being like, okay, and you guys are just like, whoa, whatever, and start kind of combing through the boxes a little better. So, yeah, most of this is miscellaneous. You guys find trinkets and flasks and magnets and other things made of metal, you know? You guys find, Swiss Army knives, type of like, little toolkits that people could buy also that are personalized with names. It's a weird resort island. But they're small. They're like, like,
The little kid size.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Boy Scout size.
Yeah, Boy Scouts.
I want to look for one with my name on it.
You do find one.
Do I?
Hey Nate, is there
Okay.
one for me too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, can I have one too?
Yeah, you find one with a C on it and just hand it to him.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
So you guys can write,
Much appreciated.
multi-tool,
Did you see
multi-tool.
one for John? I mean, I
And
guess
John,
we could
no, although John's the most common name, you do not
I
find
see
one for
one
John.
Jonathan, but
Yeah.
Well, we can take Jonathan. That's close enough.
I don't want to offend the man.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be the end of the world. Do you really think he's going to be offended? Jonathan versus John?
I just want to
I'd be
party.
surprised.
You know,
Do you guys know my real name isn't Coach?
I'm not surprised.
Kinda
What is
figured
it?
that.
I can't tell you, it's a secret.
It's Coach Coacherson.
It is Coach, I lied.
From Couch Island.
Coach from
From Penn
Couch.
Island.
Yeah,
From the monastery to the mountains north of here.
You guys like in jokes? I like in jokes.
So, continuing on.
While we're in this room, are we hearing any different noises now that we're in
No,
this?
actually, you guys don't hear anything different from here, except it's a lot quieter, because you guys can still kind of hear stuff from the outside, even though it's boarded up.
Mhm.
But it's a lot quieter back here. You guys don't hear anything in particular.
No weird
You guys do know,
feelings
but
or
you
anything?
guys do find, actually, in the last row of boxes all the way to the end,
Mhm.
you guys pull out, and there's actually 3 boxes. Well, it looks like a little more than just useless shit. There's like one box of like, heavy electronic equipment. You're talking like VCR, maybe like a DVR, camcorder, security set, shit like that. One box actually has, a couple set of goggles, a couple of vests, which when you guys further
bulletproof vest or life vest?
bulletproof.
Oh,
What's the difference?
One floats, the other one doesn't.
In theory. And
No, those things
the
are pretty fucking heavy.
and the last one you guys find is actually just a bunch of ammo clips, so there's no ammo in them.
just a bunch of clips.
Bunch of clips. You guys find like AR clips, shotgun clips, pistol clips, but there's no ammo in any of them.
Okay.
Noisemakers. Got it.
I've already got a gun.
So after you're done doing what you do, you pretty much clean out, anything useful that you wanted off the shelves and everything. And you're kind of looking around like, where did these chuckle fucks go?
Oh, I know they went off exploring, so I'm gonna sort of backtrack to where they are. I'm just gonna listen, and if they're searching for things, they're probably gonna forget that silence is golden. So I'm gonna probably hear them shuffling around with boxes and rifling through things.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's no secret, because the minute you get into the hallway, you kind of hear that from the same direction you were going to go check out originally.
Mhm.
And you see the same thing. You see the stairs going down, and you see boxes just laid out of miscellaneous
The
shit.
stairs going down. Is there a door to that?
No, it's an open staircase, but it leads down.
No, that's not good news. Whatever.
I was considering going down there, but they told me not to.
Well, I see you guys have been busy. Find anything useful?
Oh, welcome back.
Oh,
Found a
we
bunch of
found a
magnets and
multi-tool
flasks.
for you. It says
What kind of multi-tool?
Pocket knife.
I reach into the coat pocket and whip out the butterfly knife. I've got one, thank you.
Yeah, but
No,
I got a
this-
corkscrew.
This was like a Swiss Army knife, so it might be useful.
It is a multi-tool, besides
That
the
is
besides
a
the
Is it an
Okay.
actual multi-tool or is
It
it
is.
like a cheap? Like,
No, it's a mini version of a multi-tool. It's
Yeah.
it's just a
They
smaller
sell them at a
version.
tourist trap. What do you think?
Nate's just gonna scratch his head. Sorry about the name.
I mean, I thought it was better than a bottle.
Mine just says C.
So what I'm gonna do is like where these are, I'm gonna look and see if they have the little pouches for the belts.
Yeah, Actually, you guys find it in the same box.
I grab one, slap it in there, undo my belt, throw it on there, and cinch my belt back in there.
And then you find, then they show you at the end, heavy electronic equipment, then you have, bulletproof vests and one with goggles and stuff, and then you see empty clips.
Okay, curiouser and curiouser.
Oh,
I
use the best.
I set down the backpacks, I pull out the camera, and I basically go to the video of the, I show them the video.
So you guys see the video of, some guy talking about police being, by the, going to this one door without raising a cart or anything, but it's locked, and then next thing you know, zombies start popping out, and then he starts running like a bitch.
Yeah, I don't think this guy survived. I really don't care. He was, well, obviously not a very nice person. You don't even want to know what pictures were on here. I go ahead and turn it off, close it, drop it back in the bag. So we know the police knew what was going on well in advance of whatever happened. This is not a place we need to stay.
No, I wouldn't say so either.
I toss. You already have a backpack, so I'm going to toss you the second backpack here. Water, jerky, trail mix. You might want to put some stuff in yours. We're not staying here.
You got any presents for me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put the thing on my back.
Hey, before
Coach,
you do that, put one of these bulletproof
I can't
vests
give you
on.
anything you
We
don't
each
already
ought to
have. You already a
wear
gift.
one.
Well, we only have 3 of them.
Don't be an asshole.
What?
about it.
I thought he said 4.
There's 4.
I heard 3.
For what?
I didn't directly mention how many there were. I just said there were bulletproof vests in there, or that there
Here,
were
take
vests.
one of the bulletproof vests.
Alright, so I'm just gonna take the
Might be
backpack
helpful.
off and put the vest on. And put the backpack on. Wow, this is
Strap it in.
How slim are these vests?
these things are kinda heavy.
That's because you're weak.
You've never worn one, have you?
They're adjustable, so from slightly heavier set guys to like really thin ones can wear these.
I mean, when I say slim, I mean, is it like really thick?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna
it's
check-
a full Kevlar
I'll
vest.
check their individual vests to make sure they're fitted properly.
Yeah, you have no problem.
I'll put mine on as
It's like
well.
going pajamas up. Tighten that up.
And you guys find in the gear area, on that box, you guys do find, holsters. You guys do find holsters for those pistols that you were given earlier, for your belt, for like, they're like strap holsters on your shoulders.
Oh, strap holsters.
Yeah.
Okay.
For
I was gonna
those.
say.
Guys, we just
Yeah,
found the
I'm-
coolest shit.
In a convenience store of all places, that should raise some alarms. I go ahead and grab the rig for the pistol, and I just throw it on, cinch it up. I obviously look like I've done this before.
Have you done this before?
I do it, but much slower.
Done
than
what?
Tom here.
No, I'll go ahead and help him. Again, I helped you guys. I helped them adjust the vests and the gun thing. I do the same thing for him. Although he's a bit bigger, so he's in some places he's not gonna have as much protection.
You guys ever notice that John seems to know a lot of stuff?
Yeah, I have noticed that.
He has some practical experience about some of these things, I think, Coach.
All right,
I notice John has a really generic
Lights.
first name. That's weird.
Hmm?
Is there any flashlights in here?
You roll me perception.
29.
Yeah, you're just kind of like, how else did you find in this shit? And you look and you're like, wait a minute. You go to one of the miscellaneous boxes, you kind of just clean around, and you see like, the lights that you could put onto walls for the home or for your hallway. And you're kind of like, you just start digging around and you find,
Flashlights.
fat tactical flashlights like that.
Oh, like the baton.
I check, make sure that they got batteries.
They have batteries in them. There's also
there?
packs and packs of batteries on the bottom.
Then what I do is I dump the batteries from these flashlights, and I immediately put fresh batteries in all these flashlights. Here, each of you take one.
They are each 5,000 lumos. If it's dark, you'll be able to see something.
Hey, John, will you give me the extra batteries?
Yes.
We're gonna need those later.
You see, there's tons of batteries in there. How many packs do you want to take? There's packages of 6. There's like 20 packs in the bottom of that box. And that's the ones that he didn't use.
I would just take the biggest ones because there's a
The dry cell 9 volts.
Yeah.
So you're taking 9-volt batteries?
Well, because they're like the boxy ones. They have very long life.
Well, what I'm talking about is like the batteries that you put in were like D-size batteries.
Yeah, those things are about like yay big and about that big around the.
Right.